Well guys and girls, I hope you're all doing good and feeling great. It's about time we did another car cleaning video, isn't it? Well, put your seatbelt on, because this one, well, we've done worse, but it's still stinking. Let's go on, mate. Well guys and girls, here is the next one. It is a 2013 Chevy Cruze, and it's been sitting for quite some time, this car. It's had some body work done on the sort of outside of it, on this side I think. So that's added to the dirt, but it's already been a dirty car prior to that as well. It's grubby everywhere. It's not full of rubbish and stuff like that, it's just been neglected really. Places like round the door edges and stuff, they're just filthy. I mean, look at that. In the edges, always the same, in these kind of cup holder areas and things, they just, all the dirt just kind of amasses in all the corners and the edges, and just, I mean, look at the seat, look at that, it's horrible in here. There's sort of mould and things like that growing up here as well, look. That's on top of the dashboard, and so there must have been something spilt there, in the edges in here, just loads of little bits everywhere. The seats will definitely need to come out because the carpet, especially on the back, is filthy. In fact, the back seat is the worst area on the car. Just look at that. You've got also sort of in the back, we've got, something's been spilt on here at some point, and it's just, I don't know what it's been, but it's green and it's horrible and it absolutely stinks. It smells kind of sulphury in here. I don't know why. It's not a nice smell actually, like they've been lighting matches in it, but I don't see any signs of smoking, but it really stinks of sort of matches. The carpets are covered in dog hair, so those will need a proper clean out. In the back, the boot, we've got some sort of remnants of the repair work that's been done on it. The repair itself is, well, once it's clean you won't know. I think it was, if I remember right, it's been this back door, this side's been painted on it. They've done a pretty good job. Needs a bit of polish on it, a bit of a good hand polish, but apart from that, it looks pretty good. See, when cars are in the body shop, you get all the sort of dirt and dust off of their sort of body filler when they're sanding it down. They should cover it up really, but I think it's a time thing. They just never seem to bother, and the actual dust itself was pretty easy to clean, but when you add it to a car that's already just grim in there, I mean, it's dirtier than a top shelf magazine in there. It's vile. Anyway, let's just go on with it, get it turned round, get it ready to sell. Let's crack on.
this feeling like it's starting now, starting now. I feel adventurous with you, and there is nothing that can hold us back, hold us back. We can do what we wanna do, 'cause we got all the time in the world. For better or worse, we should stay together. So let's stay young and in love. We should focus on us forever. Yeah, baby, if you are feeling like I do, we could run away across the ocean. Baby, what you say? We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. Doesn't matter if we make mistakes, which I can promise that we'll do. Just hold my hand and we will be okay. Yeah, it's true, 'cause we got all the time in the world. For better or worse, we should stay together. So let's stay young and in love. We should focus on us forever. Yeah, baby, if you are feeling like I do, we could run away across the ocean. Baby, what you say? We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. Bring me down, whatever. Call me off whenever. I got time whenever. You look great, however. This can't wait for the better. Let us talk forever now. 'Cause baby, you and I, we lay awake at night, trying to find the light to keep this fire alive. Oh baby, you and I, we can't deny this light. Oh, this fire. I'm drowning in your arms. Still, I want it all. 'Cause I deny it. Drowning in your arms. Still, I want it all. 'Cause I deny it. We're no good for each other.
So, in between filming, Moose's took up residency on the mats from the car, probably because they smell of dog. Anyway, thought we'd just mention him. We've had him 2 years almost now. That's crazy, isn't it? 2 years since we got this little pup. As you can see, he is rocking the COVID haircut, meaning that because we're in lockdown, the groomers is closed that normally grooms them. Bedlington Terriers have got this kind of strange coat. They've got like a thick undercoat and then this wiry top coat, and the wire sort of wraps around the undercoat and it knots really easy, so you've got to keep them topping. But when it gets to this stage, it's just a nightmare. There's no stopping. It gets wee mats all over the place and we've got to sit and cut them out at night. So hopefully it won't be long before we can both get a haircut, eh, Moose? he's antisocial, isn't he? Put your balls away, mate. Oh well, let's just crack on.
There's something about your face, can't stop looking your way. What do you do to me? You make it hard to breathe. I'm tired of the people that talk about nothing, and I'm not wasting this moment, even though you know that
Right guys and girls, whilst we're sort of doing the windows, I thought I'd stop and just deal with one of the questions that I get asked probably the most in the comments section, and that is, what glass cleaner do I use? Now, I use a glass cleaner from a company here in the UK called Eurocell. It's called Silver Sill Glass Cleaner, High Performance Glass Cleaner. There you go. Now the reason I use that, one, it's a good product, but mainly they've literally got a shop next door, so it's convenient just to nip in, grab a bottle of that, and it's only £1 a bottle or something. Doesn't need to be anything fancy. But the main difference that you'll find, the main thing you can do to get that sort of extra shine on your windows, smear-free shine, is the proper cloths. Now you want to use two cloths. Main reason being, the first cloth, you'll spray your glass cleaner on, you either spray it onto the cloth or onto the window, it doesn't really matter. And then you sort of use the first cloth to wipe the cleaner around. Now it'll also pick up any sort of big bits of dirt that's stuck to the window, or bits of grease or anything like that, and it'll also absorb the majority of the glass cleaner. Now the second cloth is to get rid of any residue that's left over after that cleaning process, and this is the cloth that gets rid of the sort of smears. Now you need a dedicated glass cloth, and the difference is that the weave on a glass cloth is much finer than it is on a normal microfiber. So your first cloth can be a normal microfiber. It's probably better actually, because it'll absorb more. The second cloth is the one to get rid of the smears. This one's from a company called Bilt. I bought it online, I bought a load of them, they're really good. But any cloth that's advertised as a glass cloth will be fine. So that's how you do it. Don't clean your windows using your sort of old rags or whatever. Your second cloth needs to be a dedicated glass cloth. And they're cheap to buy as well. I think they're £1 each or something like that. And I only use them for windows. You don't use them for cleaning or anything. They're actually rubbish for your normal sort of cleaning your plastics and that, because they don't absorb enough, but they're fantastic for just getting that smear-free clean on your glass. So anyway guys and girls, another one of those little questions dealt with.
To keep her. Oh, why is this so hard? Try so hard to take my eyes off you. I'm about to lose my common sense. The moment when you showed up, then I know. Oh my, here we go again. Are you coming back to my life? Now you're all said and done. Are you coming back to my life? I thought that you were Try so hard to take my eyes off you. I'm about to lose my common sense. The moment when you showed up, then I know. Oh my, here we go again. Are you coming back?
Well guys and girls, there's another one done and looking great. The inside's cleaned up, absolutely lovely on it. The seats have cleaned up really nice. The carpets, although the carpets, they weren't overly dirty, the carpets. The vacuum and a good brush got them pretty much all the way there, but there was that weird smell in the car that I mentioned at the beginning, that sort of sulphury smell. Now, I think something had been spilled on the rear carpet, so we gave them a right good shampoo and a steam clean as well, and the smell does seem to have gone now, so that's a bonus. The dashboard is nice and clean. We dressed it up, as you've seen, with silicone spray. I did actually go back with a dry cloth and just sort of dull that down a bit, because it was a bit bright even for me on the plastics in there. They just went crazy bling with a bit of silicone those. So it's cleaner than a nun's conscience in there now, it really is. On the outside, a bit of wax, some tyre shine on them, and we put the wheel trims back on it. They have seen better days, but the new owner can decide if they want to renew them or whatever. It's not great, but overall, it'll sell, somebody will be happy with it. And at the end of the day, it's basically just a Vauxhall Astra with a fancy American suit on this, so you can get all the parts and everything relatively easy for them. Anyway, it's time for my little question. I was sat at the weekend there with my daughter and was browsing through sort of Amazon Prime looking for something to watch with her, and it came up all the old sort of Looney Tunes cartoons, the old sort of Bug Bunnies, Tom and Jerry, the really old stuff though, proper Tom and Jerry. So I sort of watched those for a little bit with her, but she wasn't in. She's 8 years old. She wasn't interested. She wants 3D cartoons and stuff like that. But it just reminded me being a kid at my grandparents' actually. There used to be this show on a Saturday afternoon here in the UK. It was called Glenn Michael's Cartoon Cavalcade. And it had all of those kind of old cartoons on it. And my granddad, my papa, he used to record them for me for when I went up there, and I used to look forward to watching them. So that was good. Another cartoon actually that I was trying to speak to my missus about, Amy, but she can't remember it, was a cartoon called The Raccoons. And it was basically about raccoons and sort of they could walk and talk and all that usual sort of cartoon stuff, and they had this bad guy called Cyril Sneer, big stupid nose and stuff like that. But they don't make cartoons like that anymore. It'd be good to see them just for nostalgia really. So my question is, what was the cartoon that really kind of struck you when you were a kid? What do you remember as being on the TV when you were 8, 9, 10, 11 or even younger? What's that cartoon that you would sort of maybe think, I'd sit and watch that just for old time's sake? Anyway, guys and girls, thanks very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please click subscribe. Check us out on the sort of social media, Facebook and Instagram, autoshine.cars, and I'll see you in the next one. The next car, in fact, it's a horror story. It really, I mean, this one was sort of moderately dirty, but the next car it's a proper filthy, it's a horror story, the next car, so tune in for that. Hopefully that'll be out next week or maybe the week after. I'll catch you later, guys and girls. Thanks for watching. Bye.